All right. Good morning. So today we're just gonna be hanging out, and kind of free sketching. Don't really have a schedule today. Well, I don't have a schedule for the stream today. So today we're just gonna be doing some like daily kind of warm up things that you should be doing every day. Hey, what's up? I'm glad I'm able to finally catch one of your streams. They're referred to by. Oh, yeah, that's my boy. You're looking to sell your art at conventions. Wondering if I have any tips you could share on pricing and/or possibly improving your art style. So, um, in regards to selling at conventions, improving your art isn't actually. I know this sounds so strange to say, but improving your overall art quality is actually not really the goal if you are trying to be successful at selling at like an artist alley, like a convention market, because they're just looking for particular things. And it doesn't necessarily. Malcolm, what's going on? I just saw your post right now. It just showed up for me. Um, um, So, I mean, the real answer is you need to go and experiment at actual conventions and see what works for you in regards to subject matter. And hold on, let me lower down my music. I think I'm talking really loud because I'm trying to speak over my headphones. Um, so the real answer is you need to go to conventions and or markets and try and sell, your artwork as is before you start modifying it to fit um like the crowds. The pricing is going to depend on you. Like you could set it, most people for smaller 11 by 14 or 11 by 17, between $20 and $30 per print. Usually they'll have a buy two get one free. That's kind of what the customers expect. um and you can start modifying your prices your based on what the trends that you see in your sales, but you can't see those trends until you actually go into the field, right? So keep your prices around the number I gave you. um Go to smaller shows, whichever ones will be the least amount of investment. um and just slowly modify from there. In regards to subject matter for your art, um fan art, let's be honest, it's all fan art. That's what people want. The only time original concept work does really well is if you're very, very, very popular already. Um, so like to start off with original concept work can be very tough. It can be done, but it's very tough because you have to imagine the crowds that go to conventions. They're there. They go to a comic book convention because they're looking for something. Go to an anime convention because they're looking for something. If you got a artist table at like a furry convention and you had nothing but like mecha, it's probably not going to go well, right? Even though your mecha could be like super sharp, doesn't matter, you know. So, um, subject matter is more important than the quality of your art when it comes to artist alleys, because the layman, the people who are shopping, they don't know what the hell they're looking at, and that's just real talk. So, um, in regards to style, that's going to be there's no answer to that one. You're going to have to test things out for yourself. What yours looks like. If there's another artist that you like and you see that they're doing well, honestly, you could just start kind of implementing things from their style into your artwork. Um, I'm giving you practical advice in regards to like doing well in sales at conventions. I personally don't actually follow this advice I'm giving you for like overall artwork. Like for your overall artwork and growth as an artist, you should definitely just do your own thing. But you're talking about going to conventions and making money. There are certain things that people do and certain looks that people have in their artwork that sell. You want to do really, really well? Honestly, you want to copy that. That's just what it is. Or, you can always try something different, try something new. But just be prepared that that might not go over well with the general audience. And it never has to, you rarely has to do like poor performances at conventions, rarely have to do with like the quality of your work. A lot of the times it has to do with like your table location or like the customers, you know. So um yeah, so in short, that's kind of my roundabout answer to doing better at conventions or how to get started. Fan art, go find what works, emulate what you can from those, and then go out there and get some practice. Keep your costs really low, and then don't take it personally. That's it. You might want to clip that. I just talk really, really fast. We're on Twitch. We got to give everyone clothes, or else we're gonna get in trouble. What makes you want to hop into the conventions? So we switched it up today. I moved us into just chatting instead of the art section because who cares? Because who cares? I'm just gonna keep rotating the categories that we're in. So we're gonna spend like a day or two into just chatting, and then tomorrow I'm gonna switch us over to I don't know. We'll find another category. I'll just keep shuffling us into different categories. By the way, there's a new community channel points challenge that I just started up. Like I just started it up. There's 12 days left on it. It's a spooky live stream where I have an Aaron cosplay. Well, it's not gonna work now because I'm blonde, but I had put together this Aaron cosplay like 2 years ago. Well, back when my hair was still black, and I had like scar makeup that I had found or that I was gonna use, and so anyway, uh, Attack on Titan, Aaron. So if we can raise the points for the community channel points challenge, um, we'll do a live stream and I'll wear my Aaron cosplay, even though I'm blonde, but you guys will get the idea. Um, we'll do that, and um, it'll be a 12-hour stream, and we're not just going to we're not just going to draw like gross spooky stuff, you know. I'll also kind of do a bit of educational stuff, and we'll look over like Uncanny Valley, and we'll do art studies from like there's a lot of body horror artists out there. We'll do some art studies from them, and we'll just go over topics like lighting and like what makes something scary, right? Um, so it'll still be an educational study stream, but the topic will be like, ugh, it's gonna be gross because we're gonna be talking about like phobias and stuff and how to convey those phobias visually. That's sick. You could drop a link in the chat right here. I'm cool with it. Textures, huh? Hmm, that's okay. Well, I mean, I don't know why he would recommend that, but I mean, I haven't seen your work yet, so I assume you'd be digital, right? Full digital. And then it also depends on Exo. What's up? You know, when it comes to textures, I mean, that's I don't know. Well, I'll just take a look. I'll just take a look. So go ahead and drop the link into the chat. Exo, what's going on, man? You been getting some sleep? Hell nah. Wow, 7 hours. That's pretty good. I got sick a couple days ago, and I've just been like knocked the fuck out on and off. Also had a really aggressive gym session yesterday, and I just like, you know what else? I'm caught up on all my commission work now, so it's just kind of like I have like no sense of urgency. I'm just kind of working on my own projects now, and I'm working on them with intent, but there's no like I don't got like the fire under my feet now. All right, I'm pulling up your IG right now. You've been working on cons, or you've been working on comms this month. Nice. Okay, so based on just kind of what I've seen, uh, because you have a lot of artwork like sprinkled throughout your IG, right? Based on what I've seen, you're definitely just going to. I mean, I don't know why he's telling you textures. There's like obviously you've been to a lot of conventions, so I mean, you go into the artist alley, and you've seen well, I mean, you've seen the artwork that works for them. Whoops, misspelled that. I'm sure you're familiar with Dominic. Did I spell that right? Whatever. Um, Exo here. We're gonna take a look at what he's doing really well at cons. Or, well, Exo's doing well at cons, but he's doing well client base in general. So Exo, if you want to go check out Exo's here in the chat, you want to check out his IG. That'd be a good idea too. Um, Dominic's my boy. You want to take a look at what he's doing. Um, real talk, textures are not what you need to be focusing on. Like, we'll like you apply. You can learn all these textures and then apply it to what, like, what you need to. Because specifically, you're talking about going into conventions. Based on what I've seen, you need to just when if you're gonna make a body of work specifically to do well at conventions. Um, let's see. Okay, all right. You have your Digimon drawing, which is that reel, the one of your more recent reels, right? Um, how do you say, like, Exo? We're talking about convention um advice. People like highly rendered stuff. They like when digital art is like highly rendered. That's why I sent you Dominic, because his textures are actually not super duper accurate to what the like the materials on like the armor of a lot of the characters would be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it looks really pretty, but it's not like um realistically accurate. to what would, what it would look like in real life. And if you went off and studied textures and surfaces, you would be focusing on trying to make everything look realistic. That's not what you need to be focusing on. You kind of just need to make things look really pretty. Okay, I'm giving you practical. That's just right, Exo. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm trying to think of a good artist to recommend you to look at. Um, yeah, basically, if you could make your artwork look really pretty, that's all you need. Like that Digimon drawing that you have there. What you would do with that is, here's your print, right? See, you have him facing forward like this, and I'm just giving you one example, so maybe you can kind of get um what I'm talking about here. Right? So he's kind of posed like that, facing straight. You can like tilt. You can get a Dutch angle instead. Have him fill up a good portion of the page. And then because you have the hand foreshortened, you would you would just take like a ton of brush strokes, or if you go and get holographic prints, which that might be a little too much for you if you're getting started. And you just put like a bunch of effects. Okay. And if you're going digital, you could use like you could make the layer like screen, um, color dodge, right? They like that where you can put like you have a lot of red, so you can take an opposing color, right? And then put like effects like it's moving forward. And then you are just gonna use a lot of colors and a lot of effects like screen layers. Um, Basically, you wanna make it really pretty, really busy, and that's what people want. Okay, good. So then you get what I'm talking about. Where like if you look at Dominic's stuff, super visually appealing. But if you were trying to do hardcore studies, you could be like, well, the lighting on this, he has like 5 light sources in a lot of his drawings. So on a technical level, it wouldn't really work, right? But that's not the point. Like when you're making these posters that people want to put on their walls that, you want to sell, you want to catch the eyes, because you have to remember this isn't just normal artwork. This stuff has to catch eyes of people who are walking by. That is a totally different art. It's like trying to design. It's like the difference between putting a portrait on a wall by its putting a. That's like trying to put a portrait painting on a white wall in a gallery versus trying to make a design that's going to catch people's attention on a billboard. Totally different things. Okay, so if somebody recommends to you, you go study this, go study that for the sake of conventions, you ain't got to do none of that shit. Something I learned the hard way, right? um, you basically have to think of this as someone you go to a lot of cons. I see in your IG. If you're making something, right? Go hit up some of your boys, right? And then look at it yourself and be like, if this shit was up in the artist alley, would I even notice this walking by? I have quite a bit of artwork that I think is pretty well done. Um, but I would never bring them out to a show because people would walk right past it. So, um, I think that's one of the things that you should take into account when you draw something, and then you just like just cover it up with a lot of effects, you know, really, really bombastic. And then you step back away from it. You put it up right here, and you're just like, would this catch my eye if I was walking by? And you've been to cons, so you should be able to know. You should be able to answer that. You're both an artist and a convention goer, you know? Um, so Exo says they're designed to bring in attention to work itself, much like a cover for comic books. Having it eye catching from far away is the goal. Yes, using basic composition rules. Exo, you don't even need to do all that. You don't even need to do all that because I promise you, right? This is a print right here, okay? I promise you, if you're walking by, right, and we're focused on, let's say you made a print and you're so focused on like proper composition, you're talking about like the golden ratio, all that stuff, right? Or if I had a right, if you had a print from far away and you just had this, right? She's just sitting there. What do you think's gonna happen? You and me? What our you and me? And this is not me being, and I'm just being real here. I'm trying to give you like practical advice, sir. It's just like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even. It's almost like, oh man. Even if it doesn't sell, it catches attention. You know me, I actively do not engage when artists use my primitive brain to get my attention. I actively don't like try to engage with it, but I mean, it gets my attention, right? That works for me. It works for them, you know. Why do you think having a booth babe works, or being the booth babe? You know, yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. We want to every artist wants to make this more than it is when in that particular field, it's that's all it is. Cutesy stuff, pins and charms. If you want to get into that, I know the turnaround and profit is really good for that. Stickers, pins, charms. People love little things that they don't have to carry around. You know, a print, a 11 by 17 print or bigger. What pain in the ass to carry around at cons, you know, for attendees. So that's why pins and stickers and wearable things, wearable tech like beanies, hats, jackets, even a jacket at $100 would probably sell if people like it because they're like, hey, you know, I can just wear it, right? They don't have to carry it around. Um, so if you're selling prints of art, if you're able to bring like any kind of bag, include any kind of carrying bag, like you can go to Uline and buy like 1,000 little clear plastic cheap bags for like I can't remember how much they sell them for. I think like 2 cents a piece or something like that. Yeah. Um. Um. So okay, I'm kind of all over the place, but in regards to subject matter, fan art, in regards to rendering, use a lot of high saturated, bright colors and get people's attention. If you got to use titties to do that, then that's cool too. Like whatever. Um, you didn't take all that time, effort, and money to go to a convention to fail, right? So, um, You want to be prepped. Almost every artist. Sorry. Yes. Yes. No, it's good that you. I mean, obviously you care, or else you wouldn't have come through. That's why I'm trying to give you like real answers. I'm trying to give you like practical answers because obviously you care. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come here, right? Um. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it is just it is a lot of field testing. If you've got the money, you just go hire some artists overseas and have them do all the artwork for you, and then you could just go to cons and sell that shit. You just do that. That's what everyone else is doing these days. My disdain for cons, is it has it seeped through to the your monitor yet or what? You sell your prints at 35 or so for the commission piece at 60 because I want to fill up. Yeah. Um taking on a lot of commissions, even if there would be what other people consider to be underpriced, whatever, taking on a lot of commissions and building up a huge client base and a big collection that you can show people is super valuable on its own. Like this summer, because I used to take on like alcohol ink commissions, like Copic marker commissions, but I charged a lot for them. Um, so then this summer I decided to drop my prices to 50, but then I went to just graphite. So to me, graphite's really easy, really fast. So I was clearing out these graphite sketches in like half an hour, 20 minutes if I'm at home, but away at cons half an hour. I was charging $50, and I bang them out super fast. But my point was, I wanted to get like a big collection of them to show people, right? So I did over 100 graphite commissions this summer. You know how fucking long it takes me to get 100 commissions using the alcohol, like full rendered alcohol drawings. So I feel you on that. You want to just uh take on commissions and build up a like a history. Yeah. But then prices will vary. Um, like your location. Um, right now people are saying they don't want to be spending a lot of money, so they say. So, time of the year, is it Christmas time, like stuff like that. Little factors, but in general, your pricing, you'll be able to determine your pricing through experience. Have I gone back to cons? I did a few cons this year. Yeah. Not nearly as many as I done in the past because I'm being very picky about which ones I do. But yeah, I've done some cons this year. Yeah, of course, of course. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Best of luck to you. You'll be all right. Conventions, they're not that difficult. They're not that complicated anymore. Yo, what's going on? I'm doing. Have you noticed the streams that we've been having lately? We have a lot of people asking for advice with conventions, specifically conventions. And I promise you, I'm doing my best to not sound like such a jaded asshole. So like, I'm trying not to let the like my what's the word? My like I'm just so you know what I mean? Like I'm doing my best to not let it seep through my eyes and my ears through your monitor. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying not to, but I can't. Like it's just what it is. So, uh, I do my best to answer questions, but if it comes off like that, I don't mean for it to be that obvious. But also, if anybody has any channel points that you want to use, we do have a community channel points challenge. Um, you can look at it down below. Basically, it's to unlock a 12-hour Halloween stream. I have an Aaron cosplay from Attack on Titan that I'll actually put on. I've been holding on to it for a while. Back when I had black hair, that's how long I've had that cosplay. Um, so, oh, we got 4K into there. Yeah. Whoops. My bad. Oh, shoot. I accidentally timed somebody out, I think. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to time you out. I just clicked on something. Big apologies. Shit. Somebody. Oh, man. My bad. Oh, dang it. How do I. Shit. Savage, my bad. I didn't mean to time you out. I was trying to click on the channel points thing, and then they got that little clock on your name, and it says timeout for 600 seconds. I didn't mean to do that. That's my bad. That's 10 minutes. That's hella long, dude. I did not mean to do that. And I also don't know how to undo that, so it's fine. He said he had to work anyway. He'll be unpaused by the time he comes back. So Exo, how's everything going with everything? Commissions, like your I know TwitchCon just happened. Does TwitchCon have any kind of effect on you picking up commissions? You know what, dude? You know what? If you since you're so in that crowd, the VTube crowd, if you streamed for like 1 hour once a week and you built up like a decent, like a half-ass decent active stream channel, you could probably get into TwitchCon. Because I'm gonna tell you, this motherfucker's getting to TwitchCon, don't even stream. And I know because I know them, and I know dude, TwitchCon is hella good. And at TwitchCon, people don't even know me. You got big VTube following. Imagine if you went to TwitchCon, dude. Real talk. TwitchCon, San Diego anyway. If they fucking move it, no promises. TwitchCon is always at least a 5-digit show. Okay, and that's me with no crowd. If you go in there with your hardcore VTube stuff, and people know you, and maybe you could do some kind of like collab, or if you're just like if there's a VTuber that's gonna be there and they haven't because they give VTubers artist alley tables. Um, oh dude, you made fat stacks. Yo, yeah, it's this weekend. Yeah, I didn't get in. Yeah, dude, just be like, just appear on a live stream. Doesn't even have to be long. Just do like 1 hour once a week. As long as it's consistent, be like, yeah, that's my schedule. Once a week is my schedule. 1 hour once a week. That's all you get from me. And with your following, dude, there's no way you wouldn't get in. Just real talk. Oh, are you saying that you should be streaming in general, right? You should be streaming anyway. Yeah, actually, given your crowd, you think that would be just like a really good idea. Wait, we've talked about this before. That's the whole like when I was doing the Artist Alley vlogs. That was my thing that I always said was what I was like. Well, I'm already fucking here. I'm just gonna turn a camera on and hopefully I can get more out of this experience. Um, you more so because you have like a stream. It's almost like stream oriented, stream heavy, stream targeted crowd. So it would make sense that you work on those, especially if you're doing. I mean, I don't know if you sign if you agree to like NDAs or something, or like with when you're working with streamers that you don't show their stuff until they like reveal it. But like, imagine if they were okay with it and you're doing like more artwork for these bigger VTubers, and they're just like, yo, he's streaming my, he's streaming my next artwork here. Go check it out. Well, wait, look, what the fuck? Look, we sitting here just talking about it. I was like, dude, if you did that for like 3 weeks, you'd already pass my channel. Like in regards to growth and reach, bro. It take you 3 weeks. First week would be you getting used to your streams. Second week would be uh you getting people and telling your VTube uh clients and friends. The third week would be them sharing your stream, and it's a wrap. That's what that's what it would be. Anything, it'd be irresponsible of you to not start streaming. You bring dishonor. You bring dishonor to my Discord channel. The 3 people that are on there. Lanity, good luck at TwitchCon. I mean, aren't you so happy it's back in San Diego? It's because I'm black. That's why they didn't want me. You want to change microphones, but I should start getting a logo made. Hey man, the whole camera, microphone, it's like, you know how my stream looks really fancy? Like it's super nice, right? Like I'm using like I have these Elgato lights that Elgato sent me, by the way. I'm using like a nice 35 millimeter, like everything's right. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like that stuff. It, Remember we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh? And I told you we have a phrase called win more. Win more refers to like you're already beating your opponent and then you do some shit that was unnecessary. Like like you got 5 monsters on the field, 6 cards in your hand, your opponent has no monsters on the field, and they're about to draw their next card. And you're just like, hold up, activate, drop off, discard your next card. That was unnecessary. That's what fancy equipment is. Just get your stream, get that shit going, and if you start upgrading your shit later, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Most IRL streamers are just streaming from their phones. And the only like add-on that you'll see they have is like a big battery pack. you know? It's not excuses. It's like okay, it's not necessarily excuses. It's a lot of like streamers and like a lot of places, things that you look at, they want you to feel like you need all this equipment. They want to tell you that you need all this equipment, right? When in reality, I mean, it helps later. I've talked to some people who say that they actually prefer the little choppier streams because it feels more intimate. And this is just stuff that I've been told when I tell people that I stream and I have those conversations at the artist alley tables. Because I always talk, we end up talking about like what camera and like what lighting setup, and then sometimes the conversation moves over to them saying that sometimes they like the bit choppier streams because it feels more intimate. Stuff that's so overproduced is just like it's cool, but that's how little it matters, dog. And if you're streaming, Like let's say you pick up and you start streaming, and all those people are who are watching you make this VTube art. They're like, "Hey man, you should upgrade your mic." All you gotta say is, "Shit, buy me one then." Bitch, book bitch. That's all you gotta say. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Your boy don't know who you're talking about. Hold up real quick. Hold up real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. So the wife's asleep. I know she doesn't watch my VODs. I'm not supposed to be smoking. I'm a grown ass man. I'll do whatever the fuck I feel like doing. Shit. Whew. That's like my first hit in like 3 months. Oh shit. All right. Well, that's kind of all I need. Anyway, I know we're goofing off. We're talking all that shit, but honestly, Exo, just just from me as your friend, I think it is a wasted opportunity with the field that you're in. So, did you know that this was years ago? Um, Ross Draws um actually went a very, very, very long time without selling prints of his artwork. Did you know that? I think it wasn't until 2018 or 19. I think it was 19 that he started selling prints because he started going to conventions. But prior to that, he didn't sell prints of his work. And he was, yeah, I swear to fucking God. Yeah. So he was on a podcast I was listening to, and they're asking him about that. And then he was just like, yeah, I don't sell prints. And the interviewer was just like, what the fuck did you just say? Like he was so like flabbergasted. And it was such a like a missed opportunity that's an obvious nothing's a home run, but as close to a home run as possible. And when I look at like your crowd and especially with your time management, and I mean um you're you're already working on the computer already. It would be different if you were doing traditional art, because with traditional art, look at all this shit I had to get. Like I didn't need these cameras, but I had these cameras for my vlogging already, right? So, but for you, Streamlabs OBS, or just OBS Studios, um, and a webcam, you're done. Homie, I got like two spare fucking 1080p webcams And the fucking the webcam. You don't even need a face cam, bro. You don't even need a face cam. What the fuck am I talking? You don't even need a webcam. Oh, okay. All right. I see how they do fancy. Like, no. Anyway, I don't know, man. This is just coming from me as a friend. Just like that seems like just a big empty. Like you're leaving space empty there. So, but you a grown ass man. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Time wise, you haven't been able to fit it in, but you're working on digital artwork commissions already, right? The only difference would be is you have to have Streamlabs up um as you're doing it. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Don't listen to me, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, you've been feeling some sort of way about work lately? I mean, you said that they were pretty cool, right? Like, did you say they were really cool about like your schedule? About like, oh, I got to go to a con or like they? I think don't they know what you're doing? As in, like, you gonna be out of there not too long from now, right? I don't know, man. I think you've been managing everything pretty well. But then again, I am only seeing like what you put onto the internet. So So we do have a community channel points challenge going on right now for anyone who just hopped in. See down there where you could claim your Shinji tiers, which are my equivalent of a channel points. If we can get to was we 20,000 within the next like week and a half, I'll do a 12-hour spooky stream. One, I'll cosplay. I have an Aaron cosplay from Attack on Titan that I've been wanting to wear for like 2.5 years. Um, Also, we'll be doing kind of a study and demonstration stream where we'll be talking about like Uncanny Valley, how to visualize phobias, and we'll just draw gross, disturbing things and see if I can make some of you sick because I've done a lot of like art studies from other artists who are much better at it than I am. I've done studies from their work, and I'm just like, okay, so that's how I can make myself sick. you know, you ever been able to make yourself hungry by drawing food? Well, then you should be able to make yourself nauseated by certain draw. Yo, I appreciate you putting in for the channel points. We're a quarter of the way there. Nice. I'm very confident that we will get to that goal. Um, so yeah. I wanted to ease us back into doing community channel points challenges. So once this is done, we'll do another one afterwards too. Oh shit, there we go. I actually wasn't salty about not getting into TwitchCon. We actually had a oh for sure, yeah. We actually had a little chat about this back when the results for the TwitchCon Artist Alley came out. I haven't been streaming a lot this year, so I was just kind of like, shit, whatever. I was like, that's my fault. You know what I mean? Like, that's like if you never make anime artwork and you're just like, I can't believe I didn't get into this anime con, son. Hey man, you can't get mad about AX. It's just totally random. It's luck of the draw. Um, it's whatever. It's like San Diego Comic Con. Do you ever, you know how crazy big San Diego Comic Con is, right? You ever get salty about if you don't get a table there? You're just like, yeah, fucking, it's just whatever it is because it's so big, right? That's how you got to be about AX. You just got to be like, this is too big. There's so much going on. It's like major blessing if I get in, but if I don't, fuck, whatever. I got this shit going on. You know what I mean? Worst case, or worst case scenario, you get into a furry con and now you got to do a bunch of furry artwork you didn't intend to. Yeah, dude, Exo, you got other things going on in your life other than conventions, man. That was like a fun thing that you tried. It's something you could add to your, to do list. But I mean, don't trip. Fucking end up like me. Right when I thought I'm out, pull me right back in. Yeah, that's what I said. You have it right. Side gig, side thing, supplemental one income, one supplemental income, but also supplemental advertising. You know, just another way to get your name out there, and it brings in decent money. You know, maybe once a month, once every 2 months if there are some big ones. Maybe you could do two a month if you get into like back to back good ones like Fanime and then whatever the fuck is around Fanime. You know what I mean? Now, like I said earlier, you got it figured out. What you tripping over? The only thing you're tripping over is that you want to leave your job. That's to me. It sounds like that's the only thing you're tripping over. Like everything else is just like, I will not give you financial advice. The only thing I'll say is touching that doesn't sound like a good idea. At your age, okay, there you go. That's all I gotta say. Breathing on that at your age is probably a no go, in my opinion. It'd be different though. Like if you're like me and you know when you're gonna die, they fucking go for it. But ooh, then you already know, man. So that's you. That's your crazy mental brainstorming, just trying to figure out how to get out quick. I want to get out. I want to get out of here quick. I'm gonna start trapping my art. That's what you're doing. I'm a grown ass man. I do whatever I want. Give me a second while I go vape into the closet, so in case something happens, she doesn't pick up on it. You know, we have that conversation often here, where um jumping in to doing it full time, you don't, you can't really grasp what that's like until you actually do it. And it's one of those grass is always greener situations where like you want to do it, but then you're maybe not thinking about all the things that are going to come with it, as in the, like we've talked about it before. It's just what you got going on now is a good deal. You know, you got something that's not too taxing on you, and it's covering all of your projects, and it gives you time to really just focus, like the time that you have outside of work, outside of that job, you're spending all of that on like managing your artwork the way you want to. But the day you go full time is the day you open up the chance that you're no longer able to do artwork the way you want, and you have to do it in a way that pays the bills. And when that happens, to me, that's kind of slowing down your progress. So what you got going right now is good. And for you to rush it and fuck it up, my opinion, it's my opinion, is unwise. But shit, you're a grown ass man, you do what you want. It would be different if we saw like no progress with you. But over the past, what we got like 2 years on you, right? Just the past 2 years? Not even that? See your progress? You just being impatient. I'm gonna be 30. Two years of real growth, been at it for 5. Okay. Hey, what's going on? I also must you know, say these things that I say them kind of off the cuff and I don't really think about them too much. You have infinitely more thought out ideas than I could possibly have on this stream. So I give my advice, one, off the cuff, but two, for entertainment. Uh I just think you're doing fine. We are, yes, we are kind of, we are just chatting, and I happen to be drawing while we're chatting. Well, most people do. Most people have romanticized ideas of what it's like to be full time. And while I think you would probably do okay because of your current fan base, which obviously that's not going to go anywhere. VTube, like all that kind of stuff, is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So while I think you would be fine, I don't I don't see the point. Now, if I bring this up into my own head often, where it's like I found that I would take stupider risks back when I was single, but when I have somebody who kind of relies on me, or multiple people who rely on me, I have to actually think about my choices. Back when I was single, I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck, you know, like yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Look at us, domesticated. But we did it to ourselves, so can't get it. Yo, hey, I appreciate the sub, dude. What's up? Thank you for the sub again. Passing my bad. Would you still go full time if you didn't have a romanticized view beforehand? See, I went full time. I went full time immediately because I didn't have another job during that time. I didn't really have any I didn't really have anything else going on in my life. So I was just like, look, this is just all I'm going to do. This is like all I'm going to do. It's whatever. So I'm not the right person to ask about that because I was already making not poor decisions, but I was already fuck. We'll say I was already making poor decisions with my life. So like, I I'm not the right person to ask about that kind of stuff. So I didn't like have a romanticized version of it when I decided to go full time. It was um what it's like all I had going on. And then going full time to conventions, it wasn't like a romanticized version of it. It was I saw and talked to people who were doing it, and they told me what was involved with their work, and so I knew like literally what to expect from it. So it was like a make or break kind of thing. Uh, basically, yeah. Hey, what's going on? Another EXO in here. How long have you been doing art, dude? Well, I've been drawing about 12 years now. Damn. Now, the you know, he had brought up the idea of romanticizing it, right? Of romanticizing being a full-time artist. I think it's a little different these days, um, because, and I'm not gonna go off on another one of my social media rants here. It's just if you look at the way artists, quote artists, are conveying what life is like as an artist, or how much they make, or like what it's like to be in our studio, like that kind of stuff. Like um the way it's conveyed on the internet is so, it's like, it's not showing any of like the hard stuff, the bad stuff, as is the case with most social media things. So uh I think it's definitely worse now, in regards to being romanticized. They like the idea of it, not it actually. Or you have quote artists who they, you know like the only art that they're trying to sell you is like the lifestyle of being an artist and how to sell your art, and not necessarily, I mean, we've all seen them, people on YouTube or Instagram showing you how to be successful with your art, but they themselves are not producing any art, you know. They're not drawing or painting anything, but they'll sure show you how to do it. They're the ones who are making money off the romanticized idea. When you buy Uber, when you order an Uber, you're not ordering a ride. You know, they're not selling you a car; they're selling you your time. And a lot of these artists on social media, they're not selling you business advice or lifestyle advice as an artist. They're trying to sell you your dream. They're trying to sell you a romanticized image of what they know you want it to be like. When in reality, it's what EXO is doing right now, working a normal job and then spending the next 9 hours of his fucking life grinding away at commissions till he builds up a client base. It's me doing 30 cons a year. You know, and watch the YouTube video about that. It's a that's a YouTube pyramid. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. You think about what it is that people really want before you sell it to them. What is it that people really want? Targeting artists. They really want to learn how to draw? No, they want to learn. They want to be popular. Anyway, just stuff to be aware of if you're a new artist and you're kind of trying to get out there and you're looking for advice. If you look for advice as an artist, the first ones that are going to pop up are the ones who have someone to sell you. Yeah, yeah. I know what you want. You, I know what you want as an artist so bad that I know for a fact you're gonna listen to what I have to say to get it. Just get you a wife that's cool with you getting high. You don't want to be in a situation where you're stressed out and you're stuck and promise that you're sober because it sucks. Hey, J man, what's going on? Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're just goofing off today. Yeah, every moment of the stream is potentially somebody's first time listening to you, right? So you say some stupid shit, somebody that's the first to somebody that's the first thing they'll hear out of your mouth. Hey man, I'm not wrong with that. Here, so we have a community channel points challenge, right? And thank you guys. We're like over a quarter of the way there. If we can get, we're 37% the way there. We're definitely gonna get that. So what that will unlock is a 12-hour plus. It's gonna be at least 12 hours. Spooky stream where we will be doing some art studies on just like body horror, uncanny valley. We're gonna look over certain concepts and subjects and do some demos um on how to make like there's certain phobias that you can actually visualize, and we'll study artists who are better at it than I am. We're gonna study artists who are good at that stuff. So that'll be really fun. Um and I mean during that stream, I'll just like it's been a while since I drank, but I have an unopened bottle of it's not soju. I think it's sake, but it's I have an unopened bottle somewhere up above the cabinets. Um I I will just I'll whip out the vape and that, and if I feel like it, other stuff. And we'll just chill. We'll have a nice, fun, fucking study, scary, gross, spooky stream. Shinji tears. Yeah, I know. I've tried to find other things to replace Shinji tears. There's just nothing. There's nothing that's better than that. Yeah, we'll see if I get down that whole bottle within 12 hours. I have always been a lightweight when it comes to alcohol, but now I haven't drank in a while, so I can't imagine. Oh, swear to God, like 2 sips of that will get me fucked up. Combo that with the fact that we'll be doing art studies of like body horror and things that'll probably make me kind of nauseated. It's gonna be like a can we make Chris throw up stream. Soju's dude, soju, sneaky, sneaky, very sneaky. Yeah, yeah. Good old family friendly Christian visuals. Dude, fucking nailed up on a fucking board. Uh, it's okay. I'm Catholic. I could say shit like that. Wish you could draw body horror stuff. Difficult to depict it the way you want. It's hard, right? There, that like, it's a skill. It's a skill that can be studied. It's a skill that can be honed. So that's to me, it's just another subject. We have a lot of study streams, right? Not like this, where we're just goofing off sketching. Like we've had a lot of study streams in the past, like body horror, uncomfortable visuals. That's a skill on its own that just takes practice, and that's what we're gonna study because we will get to that channel points goal for sure. Um, Wonder Boys got you to mix it. The beer one was like oh man, soju. That is the you ever go get Korean barbecue, basically you got to see, can you, if you eat enough, you get the meat sweats. What you have to do is order a bunch of soju and then get a bunch of beef brisket because it cooks really fast at Korean barbecue, and then you just shove both of them down and you see, can your meat sweats outpace your alcoholism, and then the see which one see which one knocks you out first. The best part is no matter what, you win. Or Mako Vice. I don't know if that's you pronounce the name. Kind of, I think kind of my favorite. Yeah, so during that stream, a lot of our studies are actually going to come from that artist. All right. So we're gonna do something a little different. All right. Feel me on this, okay? I moved us into the just chatting section instead of the art section because I don't give a shit. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna normally we go raid a traditional artist at the end of our streams, but in the vein of saying whatever, we're gonna go raid a completely random fucking stream, just random, just anyone, right? And then if they're confused, they'll come check us out, right? Um, if whatever. So I'm just gonna. I don't know how to navigate Twitch because I don't really shop around here. Um, so we'll go into one of the streams that says what's hot. Okay. So there's an area that says what's hot. They have a lot of viewers. Okay. So we're gonna go find the one that has the thumbnail that annoys me the least. All right. And then honestly, y'all don't even have to say anything. We'll go in there. And I'm just gonna bounce. And that's what we're gonna do at the end of every stream now. Okay. Team Liquid. No, that's too big. That's too big. All right, we have an IRL. Oh, you know what? Exo, we're gonna go bother your people. We're gonna go bother your people. We got some VTubers here. I don't know who this person is. They got 60 something viewers, but we're gonna go bother your people. And I'm not gonna say a goddamn thing. Once it launches, I'm just gonna leave. Thank you everybody for hanging out. We're in some kind of mood today. Anyway, see you guys are gonna launch the raid. I appreciate it. So long. I'll see you tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow we could finish the channel points challenge.